Good evening, guys. I hope you're doing okay. Welcome to my first ever review on a movie. Well, I did actually used to do these videos about 6 years ago, but I didn't really take them very seriously. They're still not going to be of great camera quality, but if you excuse me, I am using my phone to do this until I can get my hands on a very decent camera. So please bear with me on the quality of the actual video. But I'm going to be reviewing It Chapter 2. I just saw this movie yesterday, so everything's pretty fresh in my head. I do apologise because this camera makes me look like so much bigger than I actually am. I'm trying my best to make myself look a little bit smaller because I'm not actually... It makes me look really wide and I don't know what to do about that. Anyway, moving straight into the review. First of all, the acting. The acting in this was awesome. It's definitely one of the best, more stronger parts of the movie. I definitely enjoy Bill Hader as Richie. I think he definitely captured the essence of that character really well. He knew the mannerisms and, the whole personality of the character is great. I love that bit. I also liked James McAvoy as Bill. Again, he completely understood that character. He understood the personality and the little sort of like quirks and his stutter and everything. So yeah, two very strong performances from those two actors. All of the actors who played the grown-up version of the Losers Club was good. There weren't any bad performances from those guys. It's just those were the best. Those two were the best. In my own personal opinion, that's another thing. Guys, this is my own personal opinion. That was my cat. She's going to be roaming around. This is technically her room. So I'm in her bedroom filming this. Anyway, moving on again. Don't want to get sidetracked. The story. So again, if you're already familiar with it, you already know about Derry and Pennywise and what he does, and he can shapeshift into their fears. Now, the thing is with this story of the chapter 2 is it's exactly what you expect from a chapter 2. It's good, but not as good as the first. It's what always happens with a sequel. Good, but not as good as the first. And it's not the case for every single sequel. There are second movies that are better than the first, but this is definitely one that didn't quite reach the level of the first, unfortunately. It's quite slow at first. I don't want to give away any spoilers, but slow. But the only problem is, whilst it's slow, the introduction to the adult versions of the Losers Club is very quick. And you don't get a lot of time to focus on characterization and who these people really are and really get a feel of what their lives are really like. Because it's 27 years later, and of course they're not kids anymore, they're fully grown adults in their late 30s, and their lives are going to be completely different. And it really doesn't touch on that very well. It touches on it quite a bit with the character Bev. You get to see what her home life is like. Again, no spoilers. I'm going to keep this review relatively spoiler-free. And you get to see the writer side of Bill, and there's this running joke about how he ends his stories. Again, not going to give too much away. And that's it. You really don't find out a lot else about any of the others. Oh, apart from, if you've seen the trailer, I'm sure you've already noticed, Ben's thin now. And that's kind of a big thing in the story for some reason. But that's it. You don't get a lot. It takes a long time to get to a point where anything will really happen. Any of the creepy clown stuff will happen. I mean, there's a little bit that happens at the beginning. Again, not giving away spoilers. I'm going to say that every time. But it takes a long time to get to a point where it really starts to get into that horror and the scary bits and the jump scares and Pennywise and all that stuff. So yeah, that's the slow-paced bit. But everything, didn't come out of that theatre disappointed. I didn't come out of that theatre thinking, oh my god, I was thinking that's going to be so much better. No, I got exactly what I expected. I still thought it was a good movie. Definitely up there with the better movies of this year, because oh boy, there's been some bad movies this year. There's been some great movies. I mean, Avengers Endgame, but bad ones as well, just like every other year. One thing I really need to warn you about is if you're super sensitive to really hard hitting topics, like, and I'm not going to give too much away here. So as we already know from the first one, Bev, she's abused. If you are very sensitive to very hard hitting real topics like that, the first 10 minutes of this film has 3 separate scenes that are very, like, disturbing and hard to watch, and it's hard to take them in. So if you're the kind of person who, you know, like I said, sensitive to that kind of stuff, if you find watching that kind of thing really hard, yeah, you're gonna not like the first 10 minutes of that movie, because there's 3 separate scenes about 3 separate, like, issues of real things that actually go on in real life. Like, I know this is a fictional horror, but the beginning bits are things that actually do happen, unfortunately, to people in the world for real. And so if you're really upset by that kind of stuff, then I'm just pre-warning you of the first 10 minutes now. Because, yeah. Apart from that, good movie. Yeah, definitely not disappointing. I did expect it to be not as good as the first, so yeah, pretty impressed. Okay, stay golden.